This is my cardio exercise tier list. I will be ranking a ton of exercises based on how well they work for bodybuilders. And we will even go over some very underrated exercises that are surprisingly effective. The first entry in our cardio tier list is walking. Walking is the most basic and the most natural form of cardio that anyone can do. That's why it will serve as the baseline for this tier list. There are some cardio exercises that are strictly upgrading walking into a better exercise. But there is also a bunch of exercises that are strictly making it worse. So walking really is the golden standard that everything is based on. That's why we will put it into the A tier. The reason why walking is so awesome is because it's easily accessible to everyone and it puts basically zero stress on your joints, which is really valuable. But you will see that when we get to some of the future exercises. Walking itself has very few cons. The only con that is even worth mentioning is that it can be really time consuming if you start walking longer distances. But for most of the people, this is just an imaginary excuse that they use to not do anything and scroll on social media instead. But they don't want to admit it and will rather pretend that they don't have enough time. But if you are someone who is seriously short on time and wants to speed up the process a little bit, there is an upgraded version of walking that will do exactly that. I'm of course talking about rucking. If you don't know, rucking is basically walking but with added weight in your backpack. Or you can add weight in a form of a weighted vest. In the true spirit of bodybuilding, if you give a bodybuilder a way to progressively overload on something, he will do it. And that's the reason why rucking is so good. On normal walking, it's really hard to progressively overload efficiently. Sure, you can add distance for example, but at some point you will just spend the whole day walking. So rucking is just a strictly upgraded form of walking. Because you are carrying additional weight, you can get away with walking shorter distances. And that's because your body has to expend more energy to compensate for the added weight, thus burning more calories in a shorter period of time. So that's why rucking goes straight into the S tier. Now you have seen how an upgraded version of walking can look like. But now it's time to take a look at how a strictly downgraded version of walking looks like.